Welcome to Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update. My name is Sue Roscoff, and I am an ambassador here with Project Die Hard. And we are here every Monday night. You got to know what's going on with this group? You can find out real quick and easy. Join us here Monday nights, 6:30 p.m. Central for Mission Monday Update. So you are in the right place at the right time because we are here to fill you in. And first up, we do have our founder and president, Brian Gibson, here. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in, and he's got some stories to tell. How are you doing, Brian?
Could be better.
Yeah, you could. Today is one of those days.
Yeah, one of those days. It's the wife's birthday, and
It's your birthday. Oh, no. Well, happy birthday to your lovely wife.
Yeah, well, folks, I don't have a PowerPoint today, and
But what you do have here, I'm making you big for a second here. Hang on, wrong one. You get to be big, not me. There it is. Look at that beauty. How many stitches?
8 that I can count. I mean, there's probably 9 or 10 in there.
Oh man. So what happened?
I was working on. Okay, you can make me small again. I was working on the sign holders for Operation Arizona. Praise God to Carbondale Lowe's for donating the wood.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, there's still work that needs done on them to make them right. And the drill kind of got loose and took a bite out of me. In fact, I just noticed this.
Yeah, I think you're leaking.
I was, yeah.
Jeez. Here, I'm gonna share a picture of what you were doing. Let's pull that up so we can. Here's what was happening. So, talk to me. What happened?
I was drilling with the Forstner bit. It hit something inside the hole, bounced out, and
Popped you.
Popped me. Go on, share the other pictures. There's more there.
Oh, where are you?
Lord's Hospital, triaged. Yeah, I started. That's where I sprung the leak. It hit my shirt and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going. I think I added some more in there.
Oh, I gotta find more further up because that was the post here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look away if you don't like it. This does not bother me. But there it is. It kind of looks like it's in the shape of that bit. Oh. Looks like it bounced on you twice, huh?
It hit and then it went down and bit in.
Brutal. And there's the aftermath. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This angle, I see 7, 8. And the 8th one's at yeah. It's been a rough day, my friend.
When I walked into the emergency room, I went, hey, could I bother you for a tetanus shot and a stapler? And they all kind of looked at me weird. And then I went,
like, oh, okay.
They went, oh, okay.
They knew. They didn't use staples.
Outstanding staff. The doc that actually did the sutures, he came in. I was like, look, doc, you could use that numbing gel and I could sit here for 20 minutes and that's a waste of everybody's time. Just get some lidocaine, numb it up, sew it up, and get me out of here.
But he doesn't get that very often.
He was
But I
like,
bet he
"What?"
loved you.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I love this."
It's like, let's go. Come on. Wow. So did you drive yourself in?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Army medics, I tell you.
I I had a but paper towels wrapped around it with some blue painter's tape wrapped around that when I walked in. And they go, uh,
You go with what you got, and it worked just fine, didn't it?
look, eventually all bleeding does stop.
Yes, yes, it does, one way or another.
We would prefer that we stop it instead of it running out.
Do not leak that much, please.
Hmm. So, needless to say, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not think I do not bleed for this mission,
Quite literally. Oh. Yeah, we were supposed to meet earlier today to plan for tonight, and we got this message saying, not gonna make the meeting. And then we got that picture. It's like, oh no. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I had the morning meeting with our guest tonight. Great things came out of that. You know, went out to get to work on those, and man, I didn't get back to the house till about 1:30.
We were there for a little while.
It's emergency rooms. It was,
Yeah, you gotta wait your
yeah,
turn.
and yeah.
Dang. Well, I am sincerely sorry to see that you had to go through all that, and you're gonna be dealing with that for a little bit here.
About 2 weeks till they come out.
Yeah. So, okay, the big question, you taking them out yourself or are you going in? I already know that answer. Uh-huh.
Where is that one photo?
Uh-oh.
No, this is the one thing I do want to bring up. Let me see if I can share mine. Uh, yeah. That's the one thing I do want to bring up here tonight. I was going to have this whole slide deck for it. But, folks, Drew Williams was at the fellowship breakfast last week, and he let me onto this. 370,000 VA employees have been terminated.
Wait, what? 370,000?
Mm-hmm.
How many does that leave?
Sweetheart,
Oh,
there's millions working for the VA.
that's
My point is this: why do our facilities need to be built?
because there's a need.
The care of our brothers and sisters just got reduced.
Yep. Wow. Sorry, that one's sinking in. Like, wait, what? Wow.
Well, I will let Josh tell you about the fellowship breakfast because he was there.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring him on in. We have Joshua Jones joining us. How are you? Here, I'm going to flip it this
Doing
way.
wonderful. Hey, look at that.
Oh,
Let's go wide.
I like it. And you're in a good spot. You're in the great outdoors there.
Yes, if the cicadas are too much, please let me know.
So far, so good. You get a nice little ambiance in the background with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
So,
go
yeah,
ahead.
Joshua, will you please inform our followers of the fellowship breakfast?
Yeah, so this is amazing. And, this is just one opportunity, right? But to be able to partner with local businesses, franchise owners, come together. We met it there at the IHOP, got a chance to talk with James, the GM over there, hear his story, had 35 some odd heroes come in, many with their spouses, and of course, Drew was there to see what's really going on in the veteran community that he's serving, that came from District 1 mostly. And of course, being in Paducah, it's a drawing from Southern Illinois, all over the place. So it's a great opportunity to come sit down and eat with some heroes and just be able to shake the hands of brothers and sisters that gave it all. Some gave, most obviously not their lives, because that would be a weird kind of breakfast. It's not that time of year, I hear.
Yeah.
But no, for all intents and purposes, if you're anywhere near the area, you definitely want to come and check it out. And as we begin to expand, or if you want to do something like this in your area, definitely reach out, because we have the opportunity to supply veterans the space they need, whether that's in the fellowship or whether that's in the future facilities in this first Bob Rush being built. There's lots of opportunities to serve our community, bring the kingdom of God to this earth through our brothers and sisters, serve them. And you can see it in the state that they're in. A lot of these brothers didn't have outlets like this. One of the last things they have to connect with is one another, and the fellowship provides them that opportunity as well. So it was really great to have, and I think, if I'm mistaken, please correct me, but this is the first politician that said they would come, or aspiring politician, that actually showed up. And so we were able to, get his take on that. We shared that on the Facebook page. And there's just going to be a lot of great things that are going to continue to come out of that experience. So that's what a lot of your funds are going to go to right now, in addition to building out Fob Rush in Makanda. So
yeah, again, this is that's an outreach program. People got to understand that's just a small portion of our overall mission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you already left, but when a veteran left out, right? He approached me. He goes, "Man, I look forward to this thing every month." Mission success, right there.
Yes. Providing hope to veterans.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Jess, the general manager.
Mm-hmm.
I have to share it, brother. I have to share it because this just proves the point of our facilities. I did not know this, boys and girls, but our Jess, the general manager of the IHOP, who graciously hosts our fellowship breakfast, I did not know his brother was a veteran. Served 3 combat tours. Been fighting with the VA for a year and a half. And then took that 90-day supply that the VA so happily gives out to us and lost his fight to the demon. Bothers his whole story that bothers me the most is that he sat in that car for 24 hours before anybody checked on him. Check your vet. Reach out, check your vet.
You know, you bring up, there's such a great thing coming up right now. I've got a dear brother, Marine, and he went through extremely traumatic experience and lost his whole team in what was not supposed to happen, like the epitome of friendly fire in training. And he and I have been friends for, you know, well over a decade and a half, and it just, I've had to pull him from the edge dozens of times. I mean, some of them he doesn't even remember. So just for those of you that might have veterans that are, you know, friends of yours, just because they be like, hey, I'm good, and they throw a chuckle and have a drink or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean they're good. And this is a good use case again for the facility. You know, I brought this brother out to meet you, Brian, right? And we came to Fob Rush and put boots on the ground there and saw the vision of what these facilities can do. And I remember him saying, like, this would have been a great place a couple of years ago for me, you know, because they don't come out of the darkness, out of the pit completely the first go around either. It's going to need 2 or 3 or 5 or 10. It's going to need consistency and support. Like that brother's saying, I look forward to this every month. Just that one ray of hope.
Well, and that's excellent, but I look at that, right? I look at that, what he said, and then I picture what Fob Rush is going to do. Take that and times it by 1,000. And again, folks, understand this. I take no credit for this. God gets all the glory, all the praise. My team, all the praise. I don't take any credit for this. I can't. And even if I could, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Got a couple of other bits of news. So we're doing some updates on the website, which is going to be a lot of fun. We've now got a working volunteer application. So we really want to know about you. You guys want to come out and volunteer and put some work into the mission, whatever that is. Just reach out. You know, that's all you need to do. And now you don't got to send us an email. Just go to the website, hit volunteer, and fill out the form. We'll be in touch with you. Our people will call your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then, you know, it was great, obviously, being able to see the chaplain there. I didn't mention this before, but seeing Jamie, the chaplain, and just being able to, you know, the three of us together with boots on the ground there could feel that divine mission for our community, which I was so proud of. Anyway, back to the website. So we've also, you know, when you hit the donate button now, you're going to go straight into that recurring thing. That's the thing that's going to help. So make sure that when you go to the website, check the navigation. We've added next to donate the shop now. So this is Inspire World Shop for Project Die Hard. You can get all the merch. Maybe, you know, you want to get something, right, for your giving. Tangible. Great. Go get the hats, go get the shirts, go get all the things that are available to you there and spread the mission that way. You know, besides that, we're going to be making a bunch of other updates. So if you have any kind of feedback, things that you'd like to see about, we just did a post on Fob Rush, so you can go read about that. And, you know, there's a lot of need for serving this community with integrity. And I don't think that your listeners really understand how little of their funds actually go to the veterans with most organizations. But the fact of the matter is they do. And they don't do that here, which is one of the reasons why Die Hard 6 is so staunch on this mission. Like, I know there was going to be a rant, but, you know, give what you can if you can, right? And at the very least, you could do the free things. Follow our page on Facebook, like the post, share the post. You can share them to your groups, subscribe on the YouTube, like, comment, do all the things. Those are all so free and so easy. So if you are really serious about helping the veterans, folks, just share something, get involved, speak up, reach out.
Well, tune into the social media page. You saw a little taste of it, but yeah. What was it? Oh, yeah. How many bricks is it going to take to build God's kingdom in the veteran community? Anybody got an answer for that one? Let me know.
I'm going to pull that up. I can show that.
Yeah, go ahead, pull it up.
Millions.
Millions of bricks it's going to take. And it's going to take hours of work to get it built. So, there's the tease, folks. By next Monday, we'll have all the details ready. What did we figure out? Concrete bricks, marble bricks, and granite bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to talk to that so much right now, but I know I gotta wait.
Oh, okay, good. I just said something.
I know I gotta wait. On that, folks, I'm going to turn this over to you guys because that lidocaine is starting to wear off. And, yeah. I'm going to probably go take one of my pleasant pills, I like to call them.
You mean 800 milligrams ibuprofen? So that's all I ever got anyway.
Oh, no, I got those. No, yeah, look, folks, don't lie. Be glad I'm on medication for your sake. You think I'm blunt now? Let me be off my medication. But no, I have things that let me get 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night.
Get some good rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Thank God you didn't like lose a finger or something horrific like that.
A finger? Please.
Or use of your hand. I don't know. Lots of nerves there.
Yeah, you're still functioning as far as we can see. There you go.
Tell us what your wife said. Because she can tell the difference in your grip strength. I don't know. You're just having fingers.
Well, that was the doctor at the emergency room. I was like, look, dude, suture it up. Well, I got to do all these. No, I'm good. Just I got things I got to do. Speaking of that, those signposts still ain't done. So I'm going to attempt to go back to it tomorrow and get that last one all put together. And then we will set a time to get them put up at the fob.
Who out there lives nearby that can go help? Come on.
If there was ever in and around Paducah.
Yeah, come on.
Look, folks, I'll take all the help we can get. The leadership team is set. You want to advise us? Earn the right. Um, I put it out there and I'm going to stick by it. When you say you should, nothing happens. When you say I will, lives are saved. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep fighting, brothers and sisters. You have to. Team Sue, I turn it over to you. Die Hard 6 out.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those days. It is a little tough.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he still
Well,
shows up.
yep. Still shows up. Had to get back to get this done.
Yeah.
Go, I'm sure, get some time in with his wife while the lidocaine was good.
I hope so. It's her birthday.
Yes.
Oh, this will be a memorable one.
Yes.
You know,
The day
stuff
you gave
happens.
your blood for the mission.
Yeah.
What a deal. Well, what else is on the plate, Sue? What are you thinking about here? What do the listeners need to know?
Honestly, I would love for folks to have more background on you, because I think you are an amazing addition to the team, and I would really like for folks to be able to know even more about what it is that you can bring, and what a little more of what your background is, because I know even with me, I know you some, but I'm looking forward to getting to know you a little bit more here too.
Sure. All right. Well, I'll go with the ASL. So I'm 45 just recently, and I've got obviously married. I've got 5 kids. Sorry about that. That's going to keep happening here now that it's getting dark.
You're good.
But yeah, they span from 23 to 4, and I was a veteran in the Army coming out of high school. I served, and as all my buddies were getting sent to Third ID in Germany and preps to deploy for the Sand Wars, I was um, I was going mad in Fort Benning, Georgia, in like one of the shammiest sham units I've ever seen, and all we did was, like, I was a glorified ANOC and BNOC driver for the M2A2 Bradleys that were coming out at that time to hit sand, and it was just it was like the one of the worst times of my life. So I went through the very dark phase, and not unlike most veterans, there's at some point there's it's almost like college on steroids, if you will, without the academic part. It's more physical and a little bit of mental. But yeah, so I went through a very dark space there, and then I separated in '99, and that's when my battle buddies I went through basic and AIT with all were deployed, and some of them I didn't hear from again. So I was very interested from that moment in being able to support the veteran community, even though it's not like I had a 20-year with a retirement or anything like that. But that's kind of the cool thing about my experience is it's not about a performance. It's the fact that you've literally signed your life to go and serve in the good of the Commonwealth, of the Republic, in fact, and to defend the Constitution. Those are very big, deep things for me as an American, anyway. So I relate to that a lot. And so I spent the next 25 years going through an entrepreneurial journey and playing a lot with technology and marketing and sales and just doing all these things. Eventually got to writing software and managing teams and, playing, director of IT, kind of CTO type roles. And that was in addition to my business where I've been consulting. And I just work with entrepreneurs, help them with those needs that they have. They've got gaps, and it's funny because when I started 21 years ago, the same gaps exist. You just don't have the same type of explosive growth without throwing money at it. Back then, it was all free. You get your 10,000% increases, no problem. And now it's like, well, you have to be real strategic about that, and it requires some hindsight. So I bring that to the table in a consulting capacity. Also, this last 3 years, God had been dealing with me about how consulting wasn't what he called me to do. So we had a couple roundabouts, and he explained to me that he had called me to coach men, and ultimately to go make disciples, right? Which was last week when I was talking about the mission. Like, I was like, that's my mission. for sure, go make disciples, and it takes steps to get to that mission, just like it does here with Project Die Hard. There's steps for us to take to get this thing realized, and so that step for me was adding coaching to the offering. So inside of Two Posts, which I don't have my fancy shirt on, just proud dad today, but usually I'll have that on, and it's it literally means become the example. So through the process of coaching and consulting, I can work with entrepreneurs, non-entrepreneurs. I mean, I've been technically doing this for decades already, unknowingly, certainly not for financial gain. So now it's a way to come to the market and serve particularly the veteran marketplace, because there's a lot of vets that are going through separation, trying to do their transition correct. And most of them, they really want to go start a business. And it's a great idea. There's so many things you don't think about up front, and they can become a hindrance, unfortunately. So want to get everybody as on the best foot as possible with their entrepreneurial experience. And then there's the spiritual end of what I do. So very different. And that is, we host virtual experiences Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night. And 3 of the 5 are completely free. And so we run the Go Christ brand, which of course, a ministry partner you can find on Project Die Hard. And that experience is really about bringing believers into the kingdom orientation process. There's a scripture that talks about, in the last days, you'll consider this all perfectly. There's more had to be revealed, and we're bringing what the Father's allowing us to bring to the table in preparations for his return. Then there's the men's weekly that we do every Saturday morning and evening. And these experiences are all about fellowship, much like we don't have any meals. Obviously, we don't get together. We don't have any overhead except for the Zoom account, right? We all get together on Zoom. We return a report with one another. We get a piece of scripture. We go pray and seek the Father for 5 minutes alone and come back and share whatever's hit us independently. And in that, we begin to develop the cadence of a fellowship with the Father and with one another, which is probably the most scriptural and least seen things that I've seen within the, I'm air quoting, church, right? For those of you that are just listening. And so of course, Sunday we do our power sprints, where we allow a group experience to be, if you will, an accountability point for, and this is primarily for entrepreneurs, but we have non-entrepreneurs in here. I mean, everybody's got business, whatever your business is, right? So you feel me, whether you got a job or it's like, you don't care about all that, but you have a pursuit of goals. And we break down the 4 foundations of dominion. So this is particularly attractive to men, is because, men generally like to, especially alpha men that are veterans, like to dominate and control. And so being able to take all of that energy and focus it in on the form, the faith, the family, and the function of ourselves is the key there. So instead of me pointing the finger at you, you get a chance to sit in the experience and point the finger at yourself. And we pray into that, of course. God's all but doesn't leave the mission. And he shows up, and we go for 3 to 5 minutes generally, and usually about 3 minutes in, everybody's already got their instructions. Here's the thing you got to do inside of your form or your body. Here's the thing you got to do inside of your faith this week. And they begin to tune in and actually hear from God for themselves. And that's one of the things we like to bring to the table. So I also a called apostle. Not that that's normally something I would say, but because there are some out there that say that time is done away. I assure you, the things that are coming, there's going to be things that the world's never even seen before. So whatever container you have, just breathe for a moment and consider the possibility that there's more, right? Same with whatever you think about Project Die Hard too, right? Consider the possibility that there's more, and lean forward into things. We have a saying in the house too: trust but verify, and fall forward. Those are our big. I teach the kids. They will say it to you if you come over for a visit. But all of our all of our folks that come to these experiences that's what we teach them.
That is so powerful. I appreciate that you were sharing all of these pieces, because that tells me so much about where you come from, what you bring to the table here, and what a great person we have to work with. And you're going to be such a great touching point for all of us who are here. For the veterans that come, I'm not a veteran, but I can appreciate what you're saying and where you started and where you've gone, where you are now. There's so much with that that's going to be an inspiration, really, for those who are here. And I'm so glad you're here. I really appreciate your presence and what you bring.
Yeah, thanks, Sue. So I'm helping with Project Die Hard in the website, obviously. I think that's obvious, but
yeah, it's amazing.
And we're going to be redoing some things here, as I mentioned. But in addition to that, we're looking at the social media. We're going to be getting more campaigns out to y'all so we can get better communication chain. I mean, if you're not subscribed to this channel and getting all this right now, so every Monday it's going to start going on the website, so it'll be there too.
Awesome.
Just like plug in and see what's going on, what God's doing here. You might be surprised.
Awesome. And speaking of plugging in, we've got another friend that is joining us here. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Santa Papa John to say hello to everybody. How are you?
I knew you were going to do that when I put the bite of cookie in. I knew it was going to happen.
He's eating cookies. Come on.
Do you have your milk, though?
Come on now. Hi, guys. How are we doing for a Monday night? How was everybody's weekend? Other than Brian decided he wanted to, go visit a doctor. I seen he sent me a nice little picture.
Things are good. Things are actually very wet here. We're kind of flooded in the Milwaukee area.
I sent Kurt a message yesterday afternoon going, wait a minute. They're right in the bullseye zone. I hope you guys are up on higher ground and didn't suffer any catastrophic. Man, some of those pictures.
I drove by some of that on my ride home. That's on my commute, right where a lot of that massive flooding and the Fox River and all.
Yeah, well, I know the area well because I used to drive truck and deliver a lot of products to that area too. So I'm going, holy crap, that was a lot of water in a short time frame.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So I
hated every minute of it. There was so much thunder going on for so long.
Well, I sent Kurt a message yesterday afternoon, and of course he didn't respond till about 5 o'clock today. And I'm going, but I seen him in a couple videos, so I knew he must have been okay. And
we're good,
yeah. But I'm going, all right. He don't want to respond. I hope Sue's okay.
we're good. Our ski season might be done because that's not pretty. The lake is way too high. But if that's the worst problem we have, we're doing okay.
Is the lake part of the river system, or is it
it feeds into it?
It feeds into it. Yeah. So there was backwash coming in to raise the levels of the lake.
Where the lake is, it literally feeds directly into the Fox River, which is last I looked about 8.5 feet above flood stage right now. If you can imagine that. I'm 5.5 feet tall, not even. And
I got to experience. Okay, now where am I thinking here in Iowa? That flooded out about 15 years ago because of
Cedar Rapids.
Huh?
Cedar Rapids?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got
family there too.
To drive
right on the river.
And then I got to drive even worse than that because I took a wrong detour, and the cop stopped me and he said, yeah, I don't even think a truck's going to be able to go through that next bit over the hill. So he says, you might as well turn over here. And, water is so powerful. It makes its own path. It does its own thing. But to see those houses with the water up to the roof lines, incredible.
Devastating.
It goes out to those people going, holy crap.
And
Josh, I know if I remember right, you said you were down in Kentucky. Do you experience that, or are you on higher ground where you live?
I can throw a stone at Kentucky, technically in Tennessee, but right on the edge of Christian County. So if we literally everywhere around us gets bad floods. We don't. And I'm just
Yeah.
grateful because
Well,
yeah, I mean the
good thing
tornadoes. We didn't have the
someone
finger of God
directed
come
you to
touch
make
us
the
down.
right decision there. Yeah.
Mm.
So did both of you have a great weekend? Other than I see you got some skiing in, Sue. I've seen some
Where we
video.
were. Yep, we were in a good spot. We had to help out with some ski lessons yesterday with friends, and that's always fun. Seeing people learn new skills and go for the next level from wherever they are, doing something new it's fun. It's exciting, and it's okay. It's one of those
Seeing the
things.
growth.
It's not skiing, but really, it is a big deal. What we've done actually with adaptive water skiing too, again, getting people on the water that never thought they could do that. Are you kidding me? It's so rewarding to see people going for the
Absolutely.
next thing.
I'm poking my head over the screen because I'm watching one of the cats. Becky's got a table set up where she puts the batting on in between the two layers of the quilts to make when she makes quilts, and she's got it all set up. And well, one of the cats decided it's going to, tear it all apart right now. So I'm giggling because he's literally just. Anyway.
Our pets make life interesting, don't they? A little unexpected. What you said
Last night, Becky said she was not feeling good, so she went to bed early. And I come down and went on TikTok, and she said, "Yeah, we got two black cats. I mean, they're jet black, and the only thing that we can tell the difference is we put different colored colors on them. But they've got different color eyes. But that's it. They are totally black from head to toe, and they are the goofiest cats that. But yeah, she's just start falling asleep, and he'd go, "Mom, are you awake?" So she'd pet him for a few minutes, and then she'd fall back asleep. "Mom, are you awake?" And of course, I'm downstairs, so I'm not hearing or seeing any of this until I go upstairs and she tells me the stories. Yes.
Yeah, Joshua, do you have any furry friends in the house or non-furry? I know pets come in all shapes and sizes.
I don't have any currently. I've always been a big fan of dogs, but I had cats growing up, and my wife's a dog person. Excuse me. Golly, she heard me say that. No.
You scored brownie point.
When's your anniversary, babe? How long you been married? We're only at 10 years, but
hey,
10 years.
10 years in this day and age is a pretty big accomplishment. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I did 34 and she did 32, married to the wrong person. And now she said, "Man, can you imagine if we'd have been married like 30 years ago, what would we have accomplished?" And I went, "That's too scary to even think of, because what we've been able to do in 6 years is phenomenal." Well, 7 years. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. First 2 years was, she was in the apartment and I was living in my truck, and she spent probably 16 months with me in the truck. Now, Josh, if you've never had the opportunity to be in a big truck and figuring out how to know and learn about a new person, try being put in an 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot box and think of, well, I want some alone time. Sorry, that ain't happening. You want to get in the trailer, I'll put you in the trailer. But other than that, there's no alone time. There's no me time. It's us time all over. And yeah, turn over because we're hogging the bed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, mini sleepers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
got 30 million miles under my belt.
It's a lot. You've seen a lot of country. That's beautiful.
I have. A lot of it was round and round and round in circles, but that's besides the point. Meaning Minneapolis, Winnipeg, International Falls, Minneapolis, Winnipeg, International Falls. Oh, Chicago, Minneapolis, Winnipeg, just the circle. Oh, once in a while I get to Des Moines, and then years before that it was Kansas City quite it. And often went through Kansas and did some the occasional North Carolina. In fact, I delivered right where our leader lives, I believe. There's a great big cracker factory there that we used to pick up with, and I'd get down there every now and then. Yeah,
Excellent.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Hit Phoenix once, Seattle, I think half a dozen times, and nothing east of Ohio other than, the Carolinas.
Mm.
I did one because I went to North Carolina to a NASCAR race. I said, "You get me a trip down there, or I'm taking 2 weeks off and I'm driving down there." Okay, we'll get you a trip down there, even though we don't go that way. You know,
Figured away.
yeah. And that was incredible because, of course, we talked to the racetrack people, and they said, "Well, yeah, there's a big field and there are big trucks come in, so but you're better off to come in Friday night after you know the Infinity race or whatever they're calling it now, instead of coming in Saturday morning." So we went in about 10 o'clock, and of course, we found a place to park where there was already a couple trucks there. Well, we went to sleep and we woke up in the morning, and it was like 8 o'clock, and we looked outside. We pulled the curtains, and there was already about 6,000 cars parked in this field where there wouldn't have been a chance in hell that I would have got the truck in where it was.
Wow.
That was at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Well, the track in Carolinas, I think, in North Carolina, I think that track holds 80,000 people, maybe even more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. Something like that. So,
Well, I gotta ask Santa, what is the latest news with what you've got going on with your veteran website and all the things there? I haven't talked to you lately.
no, not it's growing slowly, and I'm still
Mhm.
promoting it, and I'm still believing I'm on the right track to help our veterans, and all our veterans that are listening. The Warriors Beacon of Hope is a portal that is more than just one thing. I've got services on there. I've got meetings on there, and I've got scholarships on there, because there are quite a few veteran based organizations that put out scholarships for children of veterans. And how that came about was I was talking to a young lady that, well, I'm looking for a scholarship for my son. Her husband was a veteran. I can't find anything. I can't find anything. Well, middle of October, she's talking to some other guy, and he says, "Oh, you want the list?" And she goes, "What list?" "Well, the list of veteran scholarships." "Why didn't you talk to me 5 months ago?" She says.
Wow.
So he sent it over to her, and she right away sent it to me saying, "I think this would be a great addition for your website." And I thought, yeah, absolutely. So
Excellent.
it so yes, it's growing slowly, and people are still impressed with it. I just gotta market it a little bit more. There we go. Thank you.
So just
And
to get a peek of what is all here. So, the warriorsbeaconofhope.com. And
yeah,
there's exactly what you're talking about here with the scholarships and veteran calendar. There's a lot of information on here. So this is worth taking some time and looking around here and seeing what you can all find. Because
and when I started digging into this, Joshua, it was kind of interesting because the story goes that I met a young veteran. Well, he was still in service at that time. He had just signed up for his fifth tour of duty, and he was only 25 years old. And he said, "Can you make me a video, Santa?" And I said, "Absolutely. What kind of video?" He said, "I can't tell my parents I love them." I'm going, "Okay, what's He says, "Well, I've seen some things, and it's changed my brain cells." And he says, "I'm still the same guy. Just the brain operates on a different wavelength right now." And I says, "I'd be more than happy to make you a video and be proud to do it for you." So he had a brother and sister, so I made him a video, and he says, I said to him, I said, "So you signed up for your fifth tour already?" I said, "When was the last time you seen a psych?" And he says, I'm on the waiting list. And I'm going, say what? Yeah, he says it's about 6 months out and I'm going to be deployed in 4. That's where the whole idea came up of us doing something for the veterans. So, and then I started really talking to people, and then one guy says, "Oh wait, there is a national list." I says, "Oh, why does nobody know about it?" Well, they only charge $5,000 a year to be on this national list, and I went, "Oh, interesting." So I said, "I'm charging a whopping $10 a month to be included on my list." And I said, if they can't afford that, I'll give them one of my stories so they can raffle a story off for $100 to cover the $100. So I'm doing what I can to help our veterans as well. There's Mr. Kurt that doesn't answer text messages.
Oh, we had him busy, man.
Yeah.
What is this not answering text messages? Because you're curious if we're doing okay with the flood or what?
Yeah, well, I sent it to you yesterday afternoon and you answered it today going, wait a minute, they're right in the bullseye zone. And that's what I was telling Sue and Josh earlier on. Because remember, I drove through all that area when I was delivering in the truck. And so they were showing the baseball stadium. And I'm going, yeah, that's where that great big brand new interchanges that goes up 900 million feet. And if you blink that, you're going to go a long way down. So, yeah, that gets you a long way to see things and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Hey, Kurt.
So I'm just going through. Brian, I know, is not still on here because he had that injury today. So
he decided to, attack the hammer with his hand, or whatever instrument he was using.
Ooh, do you want to see what he was using? Because we have a picture of exactly what he was doing. Let me pull that up. This is.
And were you near?
And I do have breaking.
Josh, were you there helping him this weekend?
No, I was not. I was at the fellowship breakfast, and I did not make it in. So that was a solo event. There was no eyewitness.
Ooh, and so Kurt, what was it? You're saying you had breaking news? What is this? What do you have to share quick here? I know we're getting near the end, so bring it on.
Yeah, so right now my mission as ambassador of Project Die Hard, as a mission I just had starting a half hour ago. I talked to a couple gentlemen where the topic is for me now, I'm leaving that conversation to say Project Die Hard trending on social media. And this is where it's coming from. Our friend Mike Raber out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, is heading up a campaign for peace starting on World Peace Day on September 21st. And it's going all the way through October 4th. And I just do his colleague Steven, who is up all the StreamYard and all the strategies to create their campaign for peace to get all of their stuff trending. So what I'm looking at is I'm going to help them do. So I'm going to add on to it what we're doing for them for their peace campaign. We're going to use the same strategies to get her trending on social media, and our influencer right here, Santa Papa John. I'm trusting you'll help us make that happen, right? Right, Santa?
I did. Yeah.
What do you think? Well, you did, but
we need to.
Like I say, this is going to be an initiative. Yeah, so I'm going to be heading this up for between now and October 4th, and obviously Sue, kind of revealing a little bit of where I hope you put a lot of energy too. This is very exciting because our partner Mark Balin with On the Mark, he's reporting that with iDream Seat and with Way TV and the Disability Channel that we're partnered with, and with nonprofit TV, and we just keep growing, inviting more TV entities into the TV group. We're looking at soaring over 200 million strong worldwide. This is getting to be a lot of fun, folks.
Just think if everybody gave a dime
To,
or $1.
Yeah.
Incredible.
How much would that change the mission?
Yeah, Brian assured us that when we bring in $200 million, we're at a new. He did assure that.
And you missed Josh has been helping with the website, change it and boost it up and making it look even more pretty. And that'll help with the social media blitz.
And I love this. I've got greetings from Kenya down below here. So Amos, thank you so much for tuning in. Whatever you can do to help spread the word here as well, we appreciate you very, very much. And I do want to just take a quick moment here and share the website with Project Die Hard, because yes, you've been busy. Joshua's done a ton here. There's a new tab on here that with volunteer. Fill out the form that's right on here, and that it's as simple as that. And we can go ahead and get you involved in what's all going on. So easy. So thank you for putting that together for us. There's the donate button. There's shop on here as well. All you have to do is click that button and you can go ahead and get merchandise that has the logo that you can go ahead and spread around. Look at this. You can actually
open a new tab.
Share this tab. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
So the merchandise here with Project Die Hard logo, this is a win-win, because not only do you get something that has the logo on it that you'll be able to wear that around and share that out by what you're wearing, not only do you have that, you're also, each purchase is giving back to the mission. So it's a huge thing for everyone. So please go ahead and take advantage of that and share. How easy is it? That's that simple. So know that that's there. Joshua, thank you for putting that on there, so it makes it so easy for people to do and help out with what's happening here.
Sure. More to come.
I'm excited. And we're running on up against the clock here. So, if you've been around at all, you know that we always end with a word of hope, a message of hope for our veterans. So I'm going to go around, and any last words you guys have, and whatever your word is tonight, giving hope to our veterans. I think, Joshua, if I can go ahead and start with you today.
Sure. I think the big thing is, be honest with yourself. For a lot of my dark years, I spent in isolation, unwilling to say I was isolating when it was precisely what I was doing. And it was one of the greatest detriments to my healing. And I know I'm not alone in that, because I talk to veterans all the time, go through the same thing, and they suffer in isolation because you don't have your brothers right there with you. You don't have your team, but you do. So you have the opportunity to make a choice, but you're going to have to get enough honest with yourself and understand you're not alone. You're just not. That's all I got.
Thank you so much for all you're doing. Kurt, I'm going to pass the baton to you next. There we go. Got you unmuted. Kurt, go ahead. Oh, but somehow I'm not hearing you. Oh, interesting.
He's got to learn to feed that mouse a little bit better in the morning.
Actually, are you there? Or otherwise I'll go to Santa and I'll come back. All right. Well, Santa, why don't we go over to you next, and we'll see when we hear him. We'll go ahead and let him go. I'm not sure what's happening there. Interesting.
He's going to have to put up his own fundraising page to buy a new modem.
We're all tapping
Hey.
into the same one here. We're stressing it out.
I know. And I've been telling them that for 6 months. Geez. All right, veterans, we love you. We're doing this for you. All this work and all this effort, all this love that is being shared on this screen all the time, it's for you guys. We're building Project Die Hard. We're building, the base. It's for you guys, and you're never alone. Like Josh said, you're never alone, even when you're alone. I mean, you can reach out and talk to any one of us at any time of the day or night, and we will listen. We will scream and holler with you. We care about you. We want you to succeed. We want you to, get rid of the demons, and we want you to create a happier, joyful life for you and your family if you have one. And just remember, we got your back. Even if we're not right beside you, we're going to be there to help. Kurt, did you feed the mouse?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, somehow the
Negative.
sound's still not coming through. I can hear you talking upstairs. I can't hear you.
And this is the final message from Kurt.
Negative, Ghost Rider. That pattern is full. There, and the
Hey,
laugh comes through.
what'd you do?
That's awesome.
Now you're good.
All right, now we're good. See, folks, this work takes a lot of patience, and we work with what we have. We're grateful for what we have, and we're grateful that we have you. So for sure, it starts with you. We're here combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. That's what this part of the program is about, spreading hope to you and you specifically. And you are part of the team. You are part, and we rely on you. So we were talking, or I brought up about trending on social media. So just think about the role you can play to come on in, for the next couple months here with us and in sharing what we have on Project Die Hard onto your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your YouTube, and your X.com there that you work on with your phone, your computer. Use the tools you have. And in terms of making the most of today and looking forward to hopefully a brighter tomorrow, you might believe in that your body is your temple, to allow this great work and to allow the benefits, the changes, and the improvement through your life, through you, and to make that happen. We are working hard every day to increase resources for veterans, but hopefully you can be. All right. I will let it back to you, Sue. Sorry, folks. I tried my best. That's all I can do. How about you?
You did great, Kurt. No worries.
Awesome. And so grateful to each and every one of you for what you do always. It's in the right flavor. It's in the right direction. It's in where we need to be. We all need to do our part here to make a difference. And we're each doing every last thing that we can. I know I mentioned locally here, we're dealing with flooding. We all have challenges. There's people who are losing their basements, losing so much because of what's going on. That seems like a horrible, insurmountable challenge at times, right? What do? We all have those days, those moments where it's like, how am I going to get through this? Well, you will. There's a way. People are here to help. Tomorrow is going to still come. You just got to stick around and figure out what's next. Don't worry about what's next week. Figure out what's next. The very next thing. That's just focus on that right now. We are here. God's not done with you yet. You've got a mission to fulfill. Let's find out what that is together. Thank you so much, everyone who comes in and supports Project Die Hard. We will be back here next week, same time, same place, every Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Central for Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. Until then, from all of us. Yes,
Hold it. As Brian always ends it, God bless.